Hi everybody, good day to all. This is Mercy and I work as an English teacher at Trinity Academy in Namakkal. Today, 6th standard, term 2, unit 1, supplementary, think to win. We are going to see this topic. This story was written by Lata Kaku. This has 8 characters. They are Rucha, Vishnu, Seema, Prakasha, Aruna, Neelam, Shabnam and P.T. Usha. First we will see the content and I will explain what happened. The bicycle Uber. As 10-year-old Rucha leaned forward in the seat and pumped the pedals. Hold tight, Vishnu. I will fall, she shouted to the boy who ran behind. Studying the bicycle for the past 2 weeks, he had been teaching her to ride. Don't worry, Ruchaji, you are doing well, he puffed. For a moment, he let go of his hold and Rucha was on her own. Of course, she did not know it and rode along smoothly. Vishnu, stop the cycle. I want to get off. Rucha called. Use the brake, Vishnu called out. His voice came from some distance away, and Rucha realized that he was not holding the bicycle anymore. I will fall, she wailed, and before Vishnu could reach her, the bicycle wobbled, titled to one side, and Rucha was deposited into a bush. Shaken but unhurt, Rucha cried angrily. I told you to hold tight. I told you I would fall. She glared at Vishnu. But Ruchaji, you are riding quite well, and anyway, you have to learn riding without someone holding the cycle, isn't it? Vishnu explained. I will fell, didn't I? Rucha would not be pacified. She stammered into the house to complain. You fell, doesn't matter, said her mother calmly. We all do when we are learning to ride a cycle. At least you are not hurt. The bicycle is too big for me, Rucha complained. When I am in the seat, my toes barely touch the ground. Her mother explained to her that she found nothing wrong with it. Riding a cycle of that height was right for her. After all, she was growing up, Mummy. May I ride the bicycle? Asked Seema, Rucha's sister, younger to her by 3 years. No, Seema, you cannot. Rucha cut in before her mother could answer. When it is so high for me, how can you sit? You are much shorter. No amount of pedaling helped. There was a considerable contrast between the two sisters. Rucha was very protective of her younger sister. She was overprotective with her. Rucha herself had been overprotected. She seldom did things rashly. Even in running and playing, she would be conscious of her movements. Seema, on the other hand, was bold and prone to taking risks. Next week, inter-school badminton matches were to be held in the school. Rucha was in the senior team. She gave up other activities and practiced with her friends. Rucha hit harder, they told her on the day of the match. Aruna, a very good player of their house, was expected to win, and she did. Rucha and her opponent were almost evenly matched, and Rucha lost the game by the couple of points. The house stood second in the overall tally. I can't seem to win, said Rucha remorsefully. You played all right, Aruna consoled her. The time when your opponent was at the net, if you had hit just a little harder over her head, you could have won the point. That point. I know, replied Rucha, but somehow I always make such mistakes. You must practice more, that's all, Aruna told her. I suppose so, Rucha replied gloomily. Cheer up now, Aruna told her. At least you tried. I say the inter-school sports meet is coming up. You are in the school's relay team, aren't you? I will probably make everyone lose the race, Richa said, still gloomy. Don't think that way, Aruna pleaded with her. You run fast, we need you. Rucha finally agreed to stand in if no better person could be found. Meanwhile, she would train with the rest of them under the new PT instructor, Prakasha. He was very enthusiastic about sports and drove the children hard, praising, scolding, correcting, but mostly encouraging them. Rucha, you are nimble and light. You can do better than that, he told her often. How can I do that, Rucha? Confided to Aruna. I'll most probably fall. Don't be silly. We are trying to better ourselves. You must try too, Aruna told her. Springfields have a very fast runner in their team. Sabnam, the teammate, informed them. Has anyone heard about her? It seems they call her P.T. Usha. The another name of Sabnam is P.T. Usha. Prakash sir overheard this conversation. He took a quick decision. The girls' relay team gather here in 5 minutes, he called out. All the girls came together. Girls, I have been watching you all. You need some more practice, more time on the field. You are not doing enough, he told them. Voice furious. Protects greeted this. All right, girls, calm down. He held up his hands and plating them. Tell me, what is your goal to win the race, isn't it? Not just to make an attempt, to win. Are we agree? The girls murmured their assent. I know you have been training, you just need to give a little extra push to your efforts to win. I know all of you have it in you, he told them. Right, let us start with these exercises. He showed them exercises that would allow their legs to stretch more, stride faster. Then he trained them in the skill of passing the baton without losing speed. Don't slow down when you near your next team member. Prakash had said maintain your speed while passing your baton. Only when the bat has left your hand you slow down. Do you understand? And you who are going to receive the baton also keep in motion, jogging. All right, enough for today. Report to me same time tomorrow again. Then turning to Rucha, he said, I want to word with you. You are apt to slow down after starting well, said Prakasha. Don't do that. Maintain your speed, he advised her. Sir, I'm not very good, Rucha said dolefully. No self doubts, Rucha. This is exactly what I have been wanting to tell you. You must have positive attitude. Don't even think of losing. See yourself winning. Think to win, only to win. You can do it. I can feel it. Rucha went home with Prakash's words ringing in her ears. The next few days he saw the girls training extra hard. Prakasha was never far, even as he trained other children. The day of the sports meet dawned and the children piled into buses to reach the venue. There was laughter and a great deal of jovialty as Prakasa had seen. to it that they were fit and relaxed as well. The stadium where the meet was being held bustled with great activity. Children from several schools were moving around checking out the different venues where particular events were to be held. Prakash sir collected the schedules and gave the girls appropriate instructions. The principal of the whole school inaugurated the meet with a short speech and also introduced the participating schools. Then the event started. Rucha and most of the other children of the school easily got through the heats to enter the final schedule for the following day. The next morning, after a few individual events, it was time for the girls' relay race. Four schools had entered the finals. Rucha, Aruna, Sabnam, and Neelam were Team B. Look at that. Who are the Team B? Rucha, Aruna, Sabnam, and Neelam. Prakash sir gave them final words of encouragement. Girls, you are a good team. You can win. Go ahead and show off your mettle. Good luck. Sabnam, a tall girl, was the first runner. She would pass the baton to Neelam. Neelam would pass it to Aruna, and Aruna to Rucha, would be finishing the race for them. The whistle blew, and the first runners were off. With her long strides, Sabnam gave the team a marginal lead. But by the time Neelam had passed the baton to Aruna, both Team A and D had drawn level with her. Then the runner of Team D fumbled and dropped the baton. Aruna ran for all she was worth, just managing to keep abreast of the runner of the Team A. Finally, the baton was in Rucha's hand. She had already noticed with dismay that she was pitted against PT Usha of Team A. Just my luck, the thought had flashed through her mind. She had quickly put that thought aside, and when the baton was passed to her, she was more than ready. She heard the shouts of her schoolmates, Rucha, come on! Rucha, come on! Out of the corner of her eye, Rucha saw P.T. Usha trying to overtake her. And flightingly she thought, not again. Then Prakash's words came to her, think to win. The next moment, Rucha was conscious of nothing except the tape that the finishing line which she had to reach. Totally absorbed, she ran, she lost track of time and distance. She ran on, not conscious of the fact that the race was over till Aruna called out too her. Rucha, you have win, we have win. And she was hugging and kissing her. Prakasa was beaming at her and everyone was applauding her. Even P.T. Usha came over to shake her hand. I thought I was fast, but you were simply superb. She shook hands with her. It is always a proud moment for a winner of a medal when she is called to be the victory stand. But for Rucha, it had double meaning. She had overcome her hesitations and denials. She could win whenever she chose to. See, it's very encouraging story. Now we are going to see the content. What is that? 10-year-old Rucha wants to learn to ride a bicycle. She is taught by Vishnu for the past 2 weeks. But she falls off when she comes to know that Vishnu is not holding the cycle. Rucha's mother encourages her to ride the cycle even if she falls down. Rucha's younger sister Seema also wants to ride the cycle, but she is just 3 years elder than Rucha. But Rucha tells her that is not possible as she is shorter than Rucha. Rucha was overprotective of her sister Seema, but Seema was bold to like to taking risk. See, in the inter-school badminton match, Rucha was in the senior team, but she lost to Aruna by a couple of points. Rucha's house won the second place. Aruna encouraged her not to give up. Aruna said about the inter-school sports meet, Rucha was in the school's relay team. The PT instructor Prakash sir also encouraged every girl to give them best in the relay. Sabnam, the first runner in the team, informed that Springfields had a fast runner in the team. It has PT Usha. The PT sir advised Rucha to not to have any self-doubts, have a positive attitude and think to win. The sports meet have finally come. In the relay, Sabnam was the first runner. Then she will pass the bat on to Neelam, then to Aruna. Finally, Aruna to Rucha to finish the race. She was pitted against PT Usha of Team A, but she thought of Prakash's voice a thing to win. She won the race finally. That even PT Usha came and praised her. So, whenever if you think only you can achieve, if you feel doubtly, you cannot come up. So, always you should think that you will win. So, you should practice also. So, now choose the correct answer. Girls, you are a good team. Which team do the girls belong to? Option A, badminton. Option B, hockey. C, relay. D, volleyball. Yes, it is relay. Springfields is the name of a team, house, company, school. Yes, it is team. Next, the school sports meet refers to competition among the teams of the same school, schools in the locality, schools in the neighborhood, schools from the districts. Yes, it is option C, schools in the neighborhood. Seema is Rucha's friend, teammate, younger sister, opponent. Younger sister. Order the name of the members in the team B relay event. Sabnam was followed by Neelam, Aruna, Rucha, Aruna, Rucha, Neelam, Neelam, Rucha, Aruna, Aruna, Neelam, Rucha. Yes, you are right. Neelam, Aruna, Rucha. Option A. Okay, very good. So always think that you can also win, think to win. Thank you, students.